Super J.
We begin here with some rather unfortunate and sad news. Just in, radio personality Bob Mabena has passed away. We'll bring you more details.
Monday, broadcasting veteran Bob Mabena has died. He was 51 years old.
This is Penny Libyan, and she broke it down, the history of where radio comes from.
Yeah.
She broke down how you guys started in Maba, to Nagotabo Music TV, Bob TV, Bob Radio.
Yep.
Bokaya Cool, Bo George Manyosi, how that clan moved. You guys, I think you guys were some of the first guys to move to Metro.
Yeah.
She basically came down with it and she broke it down, even the birth of YFM afterwards.
Yeah.
All the way to this multimedia thing that's happening now.
Now, we understand that he had a lung infection and that he was going back to hospital. Could you share with us what happened around at the time of his death and what caused his death?
Yeah, I can only share from the context of what I had discussed with him and subsequently with his wife on Saturday. In terms of call it the medical details, please don't hold me to anything. But the long and short of it is, I had a chat with him on Friday and he complained about just not feeling well. And he basically had decided that he'll rest it off throughout the weekend. Saturday, then he ended up in hospital, and then spoke to him again last night, and the verdict was he would be discharged this morning, which did happen. So I then got a call from Eucharist, his wife, around about maybe 10:30 this morning, to say that Bob was struggling to breathe while in the car. So they then had to make a U-turn back to the hospital. Got there pretty shortly, and then 2 hours later, after they tried to resuscitate him, he didn't make it.
But not having written metric is the only regret I have in life.
Well, we're really glad to be here. Studio Mix has got a really great show lined up. You lots of surprises and things, so Hey, what are you guys doing here? Hi and welcome.
I'm kidding, how you doing?
How you doing, guys?
Fine, nice to be here. Thank you. That's
Great. Well, we're going to be talking to you guys. Since you walked in on us, we're going to be talking
surprised
to you
us,
guys.
literally, you know. Okay. You first.
It's yours.
You know, right, so to celebrate the guys from Stimela being here with us, let's start off with the Stimela video. What do you say?
Hey, I say we do it right now. Stimela and Pambi Lisiaya.
Radio today.
Radio has changed, I believe. You know, radio has always had this funny thing of being a great medium, and then it sets the trend, and then it lashes aside.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, other media types have taken it. It's always been like that. I mean, in the 70s, with the advent of television, there was like, oh, television is here now. You're not only going to hear people, you're going to see people. So it's the death of radio. Radio slacked, but it made a resurgence because it can now live within TV. And then came the Sony Walkman. So I thought, oh, now I can take my music with me. I don't have to play the record, you know.
Yeah.
I can actually put in this thing and in my ears and roller skates and everything, or BMX, you know. Oh, music is portable now, so I don't need the DJ. Radio slacked. And then it came back again because now you could record your favorite shows or podcasts.
Yeah.
We've been doing podcasts for the longest time, you know, on a TDK tape. And then came the World Wide Web. Oh, now I can stream TV, I can do whatever. Radio's dead. Radio slack, and it came back again. Now there's all sorts of influences now that have influenced radio. But it is such a resilient medium that it will always survive every knock. The only unfortunate thing about radio is that there is a resistance to change to a very large extent because people get comfortable with where it's at now. There is no new innovation in radio. It's just other media types being chained onto radio now that makes it more accessible, more exciting. Radio is now visual. Radio can now be time shifted. You can listen to any breakfast show now at any given time, you know, with podcasting and everything.
in these awful times, of course, the question on everyone's lips is, did he have COVID-19? Could that have contributed to his death?
No, we did. Yeah, we spoke about that. He got his COVID-19 results on Saturday, yesterday, sorry. And they came back confirming that he was definitely negative for COVID-19, because one would obviously start there, I guess, with what's happening right now. So he was definitely cleared of that.
Just about radio. Whatever industry you're in, you got to learn about everything about it. The second thing is, time lapses so quickly, and the world is becoming faster and faster. Learn from those that come behind you, because it's a give and take thing. You'll teach them from a heritage point of view and history, and they will be able to show you the current and the future. That way you stay relevant, and reinvention works as well. I started off as this young upstart, talking fast, it was hip to speak American, blah, blah, blah. Then the jammer, and then I became DJ Bob Mabena, serious, I dropped the bob. And then, it became, well, they're all my names.
The basics. My favorite line, you got to know the rules first before you break them.
Yes, sir.
But if people don't know the rules and they break the rules, it's like plus 10 minus 10, you get 0. I find that a lot of program managers find the talent, but they don't stretch them and teach them about the basics. Don't trust the vocals. There are certain songs you need to know which are nice at the end. There's always like that little piano at the end that people know. You talk over that stuff. You know what I mean? Don't go from a song to commercials. All those basics are not to be strict or restrictive. They just make things have shape and order, because radio is by appointment. When you hear a traffic update in the 7 o'clock hour, you should be at the corner of whatever and whatever. When it's 0 and that thing the news comes on, you should be at a certain spot. When this feature plays, you should be in the basement parking, and you're going to be late because you're listening to that feature
and when on the other end there's a joke, you want to keep them in the car.
Exactly. Opportunity is a fleeting moment, and the man upstairs doesn't look at us in terms of day and night. We're all like on a flat line like this, and it starts here and it ends here. You're born and then you pass on. I think our inability to look at it that way makes us think that tomorrow is a given. But I think you've had the ability to look at it and think, this is not going to last that long. I better do something about this now. And you see, the more you do that, the more you get excited about stuff. I've never seen anyone as excited as you are. You know what I mean? And it's not excitement out of just euphoria. It's excitement out of living in the moment and precipitating the next moment.
DJ Super J.
The Weekend Wiggle.
With the hottest DJ. The hottest DJ.
DJ Super J.